Lennart Jämt. I work at the Swedish Embassy here in Rwanda, in Kigali, and I've been here for 3.5 years.
So I am Nele van den Noordgaten. I am coming from Belgium, the city of Ghent, in the northern part, the speaking part of Belgium.
My name is Ndagire Consolate and I'm a Ugandan. I'm here pursuing my diploma in legal practice at the Institute of Legal Practice and Development, and I've been here for 5 months.
I work mainly on human rights and democratization issues, and we lived in various places in Africa, but very, very specific. Rwanda is so unique in so many senses, especially when it comes to culture, I would say. With this place, other places we've seen, of course, we traveled all over Rwanda, me and my wife, to various places, and it's so many, because of the smalliness of the country, it's so easy to travel around in Rwanda and see a lot here in Rwanda, which is fantastic. And of course, because of the good roads and how accessible places are.
It's our first time in Africa. We choose Rwanda because our daughter was for working experience in Kibungo, so we came to visit her there in the hospital.
I found it very interesting. I thought it would be very small, but it was very huge and beautiful.
So many things that I like. I mean, this place I think is fantastic to see this, and you really get a feeling of the history and so on.
We started with the modern King's Palace, so we saw the building there and how the king was living during the 1930 until 1959.
And the dances here are so spectacular and so different from any other country I've been to. And I've been to many countries, so that is very unique, I would say, in the story which is told behind the dances that they do. So that is one specific thing, I think. And of course also the drumming, when you use the big drums and everything, and you go to the drum schools and see when they do the drum lessons and so on, it's also very specific for Rwanda and here in Africa.
I think the most interesting part is the more historical part, where you see how the king was living beforehand. So it's a nice experience also to know and to see the cattle the king had around him and how it was cared for by people with traditional songs to calm down the cattle. That was a very nice experience to see.
I like the cows because they have the long horns. We have them in Uganda, but where I'm from, we don't have those. And I liked the necklace, and they're very graceful. I found that very interesting. Then I liked the fact that the house had been kept in refurbished at all times, so it's not, although the stuff was stolen during the genocide, but I like that it was kept intact.
And like today, when this Rwandan was singing the song for the cow, that's also quite amazing to hear that there are special songs for. So this also gives more flavor to culture, and we understand more about Rwanda as a country.
Wanted to have a good view on how people are living here, what their culture is, and what are the main differences with our culture.
I think it's very important to keep the history and the culture, and I found it very interesting because we were able to see the pictures of the king and the queen and the first, I think the two German people who first came here and his visits and everything.
And of course I would say the nature. Just to travel in Rwanda is such a pleasure with the beautiful, especially when it's been a bit rainy like now, when it's all the greenery and everything like that. Well, first of all, I would tell my friends, and we do that all the time, friends back home or from elsewhere who hasn't been to Rwanda, go to Rwanda, we tell them. You have to come to Rwanda. Come and visit us or come and go by yourself to Rwanda because there's so much to see and do.
I would recommend to visit the country. I think you have very nice landscapes, very friendly people showing you around, and also this place. I think it's important to know about history.
You know what, I think it's very important and that also that the Rwandans get to come to these kind of places to see this, because it's so important for the young people to understand the history and the culture themselves also in a better way.
I should recommend a visit to Rwanda.
I would surely come back.
Tidari chamiga chama enda chanjani chamin hwat ina twari chambi chami chivinda nani ndiri humugunda hikobi Mwandiranga wo ye hele ganga yanzuru himbi muruhi ingarwa chini ganga yanza